So, as always, how was your day? Just write me something, or if you want to, you can turn on your microphone. How was your day? Can you tell me? How was your day? Okay. Excellent. What did you do today? Okay. Ride, road, ridden. It should be I rode on my bicycle, and then bicycle should be different spelling. And I rode my bicycle without on. That's okay. So, let's go on and let's talk about what is necessary for us to learn. So we stopped last time talking about how does Dracula look like, if you remember. So number 49, please write something which you think that is necessary to say. And how would you say that? I mean, number 49. Okay, just give me your version. How can you say that? Number 49. No, it's Zhenya. It's like you have to say where. Sorry. Don't know why it's there. It should be here. Nothing works today for me. I mean, technically, everything is okay. We can start new page. Okay, so will be, my goodness, that's awful. I don't know what is going on today. Come on, guys. I can't delete anything. Okay, let's take some more then. Okay. See? Doesn't want to work at all today. I don't know why. It doesn't work. See, I'm trying and it doesn't work. I'm trying to write something and it's no way. I don't understand why. See, I'm trying my best. It doesn't work. I cannot write anything. Where this, but I can't do anything. So, hello Christina, it's good to see you. How are you doing? It doesn't work at all. Alright. I don't know what to do. Okay, let me write it in here. So the sentence should sound like where were you yesterday? You mean another room? I can try another room. It doesn't work. The same thing. Just pay no attention. It's same thing. No, same thing. Yesterday. I just missed one letter. Where were you yesterday? Where were you yesterday? Yes. Again, it doesn't type. Yesterday. Where were you yesterday? So this should be like that. You understand? Okay. So answer the question. Where were you yesterday? Okay. No. Zhenya, the room doesn't work. I cannot work. Yeah, of course it's a question to you. Where were you yesterday? It's a question to you. Where were you yesterday? Can you answer the question? I was at school. I do not understand what is that. I worked there. You worked at school. What did you do at school? How did you work? How did you work at school? How did you work at school? Okay. How did you work at school? What did you do? Hello, Zhenya. Are you there? What did you do? I do not understand at all. Write it in Russian, and then I will correct it. Write what you want to say in Russian. I do not understand what you wrote in English. Okay. So, alright. You think that this is the correct word? Like, it will be to paint, first of all. Okay? This is the correct term. So then you have to say past tense. Past tense. Past tense in English. English past tense is for irregular verbs is three different forms, like for example catch, caught, caught. If it is an irregular verb, if it is a regular verb, then you say, for example, any regular verb you can think of, like for example play, and then for every regular verb you simply add ed, and it will be played, played, and the first will be played. Play, played, played. Okay? Now, write your sentence in the correct way. Correct your sentence. So your sentence was I painted floor at school. Okay, not in school but at school. I painted floor. Very good. Okay, so then after that we take the next sentence, which is sentence number 15, and it goes like that. Number 15. And here I also ask you to use past tense. So sentence number 15.
As evil as he might be, or as good as he might potentially have been, to not understand that how bad murder is. Do you understand that? Now you know we're talking about Brian Howard getting hit with some of those
Sentence number 50. Женя, I am waiting for you when you write it. Translate from Russian into English. Okay.
Parents, you could actually have seen this before, Royland, that parents are raising kids who don't understand that breaking the law and killing another human being is not fun. And there'll be ramifications for that.
Женя, are you there? Okay. Where you're at the cinema, very good. That's absolutely correct. Okay. Now let me check. What do we have here? So, now the next should be like for example, number 51, like you said, where are you at the cinema? Okay. So The next is number 51, and it will be like that. Sentence number 51.
Racially progressive, and they can address these issues with her. This is her focus. Now, having said that, the African American family, the families in minority communities, if that is the issue, and we come to that conclusion, which seems to be in these cases, that the families are non-existent.
So please.
Welfare and food stamps and institutions. Are we somehow trying to help these communities, but hurting them by hamstringing them, by giving them things that they'd be better off earning?
And, you know, that is a very valid question. Of course, that is a big issue that needs to be looked at. You know, of course, when welfare was originally put in place, it was put in place to begin to help.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm late. Yeah, of course you can hear it. It's not British, it's American radio. Absolutely correct. So, I'm sorry I'm late. That's very good. So, can you think of a situation where you can say that? I'm sorry I'm late. When can you say that? When can you say that?
By the way, what do you think the problem is, if there is a problem at all in African American communities or white communities that's causing this type of rift and this type of...
When you speak about our feelings, we say, can you hear? Then whatever you want to say. Can you hear the British radio, or can you hear me, or whatever? I say to you every class, can you hear me? Okay. So please. Okay, hello Elena, hello to you. And can you hear me? Just give me some sign that you can hear me, Elena. Because you see the whiteboard doesn't work, so that is why we can only chat, only type in the chat window. So the sentence which I want you to translate right now is number 51, and the sentence is I'm sorry I'm late. So the question is, when can you say that? When can you say that? I'm sorry I'm late. Just tell me, what do you think? When can you say that? Try to give you versions. I can say that when I was late for class. Absolutely correct. Okay. Zhenya, then think, for example, somebody told you, I'm sorry, I'm late. What would you tell them back? What will be your answer when somebody tells you, I'm sorry, I'm late? What will you tell back? What will your answer be? Just like I'm saying to you, I'm sorry, I'm late. What will you tell? Okay.
Thanks so much. Alright, and when we come back, your take on this. I mean, the society's problem, we're building in some of the hate and resentment that doesn't allow people to succeed. We're still divided, just not admitting it publicly. There's a lot of anger, I'll tell you that, and a lot of embarrassment when it comes to our international reputation as the Australian country mourns. That our own president doesn't even know what happened, let alone
So what will you say in the answer? Like I'm saying, I'm sorry, I'm late. What is your answer? What is your answer? I'm sorry, I'm late. What would you answer? I'm sorry, I'm late. What would you answer? Jenny, can you hear me? Are you there? Just give me some sign. Somebody says to you, I'm sorry, I'm late. What will you tell this person back? What is your answer? I'm sorry, I'm late. What will you say? Welcome in. Well, there are some answers which we usually answer, and it's like you can say the usual answer will be, that's alright. That's alright. That's okay. That's okay. Or you can say, never mind. These are the regular answers which we give to the sentence, sorry, I'm late, or just the person say anything that he is sorry for doing something. And you have to say back, like, that's alright, that's okay, never mind. Okay, so next, number 52. Number 52 is a little bit unusual, but still, what would you say about that? Have you ever heard about that? I will try to restart the room. Maybe it will help. Alright, so as I said, now how would you say that, number 52? I'm trying to restart and to write on the board. No, I cannot. I still cannot do that. That's not possible. Well, usually it's like you say, dear diary. Dear diary. That's the beginning. Now, do you have a diary? Do you have a diary? Женя, do you have a diary? No. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Or you can say, I don't have a diary. No, I don't. I don't have a diary. Excuse me. Now, let's pretend that you have a diary. Let's pretend that you have a diary. So, what would you write? What would you write in your diary? What would you write in your diary? Let's pretend that you have a diary. What would you write? What would you write in your diary? So, let's pretend that you have a diary. What would you write in your diary? What would you write in your diary? If you had a diary, what would you write? Женя. Let's pretend that you have a diary. What would you write?
If I was the president, and I weighed in erroneously on the Cambridge professor, and he also weighed in on the Trayvon Martin case before, during, and after, this would be an opportunity to show that he is a president for everybody and express the outrage. Al Sharpton, if I was him, he's trying to go mainstream, lost about 100 pounds, got his hair slicked back, he's got a major mainstream talk show on a mainstream outlet.
I will write all developments of each day. I will write. Okay, I will write. Alright, very good. So, just listen to the story about somebody's diary. Okay, 20th of February, or February the 20th, Thursday. Dear diary, it was a nice day today. I walk to the studio every day, but today was very nice because it was sunny. Tom was late. He said, I'm very sorry I'm late, because he's very polite. He was late because he was at the dentist's. He's alright now. Our lunch was very good today. We usually have some meat, vegetables, bread, and butter and milk. Today it was special. It was Bob's birthday. There was cake and ice cream. I like birthdays. The rehearsal was very good. Bob was very funny. He was happy because it was his birthday. I think I was tired after the rehearsal. At 8 o'clock there was a good program on television. It was about Russia. I was a bit homesick, but now I'm alright. I think it's time for bed. Good night, dear diary. See you tomorrow. Okay, so this is somebody's diary. Now, the first question is to you. What day is it today? Of course, this is about the diary. What day is it today? What day is it today? It's about the story which I read to you. Today is Friday. Well, I don't think so. Let me check. I can tell you over again what I read. And it says here, February 20th, Thursday. Okay? The next question is, so, today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. I mean in the text which I read to you. And then it says February and then 20th. February 20th. That was said in the text. However, you are absolutely correct about yes, today is Friday. But in the text which I read to you, it was Thursday, February 20th. Okay, the next question. What is the weather like? What is the weather like? I mean again in the text. What is the weather like? Not in your street, not in the city where you live, but what is the weather like in the text? The weather is sunny. Very good. Absolutely correct. Okay. Next question. Why was Tom late? Why was Tom late? Why was Tom late? Why was Tom late? So what do you think? Why was Tom late? Why was Tom late? Tom, okay, very good. He was late because he went to the dentist. Very good. He was late because he went to the dentist. But your answer is very, very good. So, what was for lunch? What was for lunch? What did they have for lunch? What was for lunch? What was for lunch? What did they have for lunch? What was for lunch? What did they have for lunch? What was for vegetables? Okay, is it all? Do you think so? What was for lunch? Alright. So the next question will be, why was Bob happy? Why was Bob happy? Why was Bob happy? Why was Bob happy? Why was Bob happy?
Good morning, Brian. Listen, I think it's more than just a race issue. I think it has to go to the very issue of family and influence and environmental factors. And I commend you and others for taking a look at it. But what I wish would happen is that you or boxing friends
Why was Bob happy?
would go out and find you a 10, 11, or 12-year-old preteen.
Why was Bob happy? What do you think?
And watch that game for about 15 or 20 minutes, and you wouldn't be able to play the line.
Why was Bob happy?
Be all over you. But if you watch the gratuitous violence and the gratuitous killing, and you take an impressionable mind like Jay that you just had as a caller before, that was very articulate, very informed, absorbing information every day, and you take that preteen and you let that preteen sit in
Why was Bob happy? What do you think?
playing that game over and over and over again and killing for fun and think
Okay.
what that does to that child. You just had a public service announcement.
Jenny, do not forget that a very good idea will be... I'm sorry, but I can't answer the question because I didn't hear. Alright, I can read it for you for the second time. That's not a problem. Okay, just listen to it over again. Alright, now... 20th of February, or February the 20th, Thursday. Dear Diary, it was a nice day today. I walk to the studio every day, but today was very nice because it was sunny. Tom was late. He said, "I'm very sorry I'm late," because he is very polite. He was late because he was at the dentist, and he is alright now. Our lunch was very good today. We usually have some meat, some vegetables, bread, and butter, and milk. Today was special. It was Bob's birthday. There was cake and ice cream. I like birthdays. The rehearsal was very good. Bob was very funny. He was happy because it was his birthday. I think I was tired after the rehearsal. At 8 o'clock there was a good program on television. It was about Russia. I was a bit homesick, but now I'm alright. I think it's time for bed. Good night, dear diary. See you tomorrow. So, why was Bob happy? Why was Bob happy?
So you're not supposed to be able to buy them. But I mean, to your point, if the parents are at home, who's stopping them? Well, they can rent them. They can get somebody, they can go over to another kid's house and borrow their game. I mean, the games are very prolific and they are available just like kids drink underage and take drugs underage. These kids are consuming this information every
Was that? I cannot understand what you wrote, the last word, and then before Bob, but also something unusual. Bob was happy because February the 20th, and then, yeah, his birthday. Yeah, this is Bob's birthday, absolutely correct. So, maybe you can remember what was for lunch. The previous question. What was for lunch? Can you think of it? What was for lunch? What was for lunch?
You know what? It's accurate. They laughed afterwards. They tweeted it on Facebook. Said on Facebook, one wrote, "We've already dropped
Well, they usually have for lunch meat, bread, milk, vegetables, and that's correct, and butter. But today, if you remember, it's special. Today is a special day because it's Bob's birthday. Did they have, yes, ice cream? What else? What else did they have for the birthday? Ice cream and what else did they have for lunch? Cake, absolutely correct. Very good. Now I see that your English is becoming better. Alright, next question. What time was TV program? What time was the TV program? What time was the TV program? And you can write program in two ways, like you can write like that. This will be American, and the first one is British. What time was the TV program? What time was the TV program? Yeah, very interesting. Hi Paulina, it's good to see you. Our room doesn't work today and I don't know why, so we have only the opportunity to chat. I cannot write on the board, sorry about that. That is why it's very unusual for me to have a class, but still it's possible. Now we are answering the question. So, Zhenya, the next question is, what was the TV program about? What was it? We are talking about some text. What was the TV program about? What was the TV program about? Zhenya, what was the TV program about? TV program was about Russia. Absolutely. That's great. You are giving me very correct answers. So, you know that this diary is the diary of a girl whose name is Vera. So this is Vera's diary. Now, the next question is, why was Vera homesick? 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 What do you think? Why was Vera homesick? Why was Vera homesick? Why was Vera homesick? No. Well, probably yes. But it doesn't say in the diary that she was traveling. Probably you are correct that she was traveling. But why was she homesick? If you remember, the TV program was about Russia. So why was she homesick? Because Vera probably is from Russia. Okay. Very good then. Alright. Let's move on to the next sentence. Okay. So, the next sentence will be, we'll talk about a story. How to make a story. Okay. Now, just think a little bit about that. Can you think of some kind of a story? What happened to Tom? What happened to Tom? What do you think? Can you think of any story which can happen to you when you were late? So you were late. Can you think of any type of a story? Alright, very good. Tom was late because he went to the dentist. Okay, very good. Alright. So, I'm just trying to connect on a different computer, and I will try and I will see what I can do there. If I can write there. Okay. No, I cannot write on another computer also. I cannot do anything on another computer also. I don't know why. It doesn't work. It simply doesn't work. Okay? So, now you will listen to another story. So, Tom opened his eyes. He looked at his alarm clock. It was late. It was 9 o'clock. He cleaned his teeth. He brushed his hair. He picked up his books. He hurried out of the house. He cycled to the studio. The studio was empty. Tom looked up. The security guard smiled. "Did you turn back your clock last night?" he asked. "No, I didn't," Tom said. "Well, you are 1 hour early today. We turned back the clocks last night." Alright? Now I will tell you this story over again. So Tom opened his eyes. He looked at his alarm clock. It was late. It was 9 o'clock. He cleaned his teeth. He brushed his hair. He picked up his books. He hurried out of the house. He cycled to the studio. The studio was empty. Tom looked up. The security guard smiled. "Did you turn back your clock last night?" he asked. "No, I didn't," Tom said. "Well, you are 1 hour early today. We turned back the clocks last night." Okay? So, why was Tom late? What happened to Tom? Just tell me a little bit of a story. Why was Tom late? So this is, as you understand, this is Tom's story. Tom's story. So, why was Tom late? What happened to Tom? Think a little bit and tell me. Why was Tom late?
You know what? It's just too deep for me. I would think that I like my
He goes to the studio, okay,
comic actor, you know.
and why was he late? Why was he late?
How about this? You know, we put this up on KillMeterFriends.com to get people.
Why was Tom late?
They heard what you said about Michael Keaton. Here's one guy named Van. Says, I always thought
Why was Tom late?
great Batman. Do you agree?
What happened to Tom? Why was he late? So he goes to the studio, and what happens next?
What, wasn't George Clooney? Wasn't George Clooney famous? But that was one of the worst Batmans ever. I mean, that was a terrible Batman. I thought Clooney,
The security guard, right, talked with Tom, and security guard
So, Kat, let's talk a little bit about the movies.
talked with Tom, and
One movie, we only could see one.
what did he talk about? What did security guard talk about? What did security guard talk about? Yes, you are correct. Security guard talked with Tom. What did he talk about? What do you think? He talked about Tom's delay. Okay, maybe. Why was Tom delayed to studio? Why was Tom delayed to studio? Why was Tom delayed to studio? What do you think? Why was he delayed to studio? So the security guard talked about Tom's delay. Why was he delayed?
There's nothing that blows you away. That you simply have to see. Do we have a blockbuster around the corner? And is that going to come out during Christmas as we round up the end of summer? Oh, yeah.
Why was Tom delayed? Do you want me to read once more? Do you want me to read this story once more to you? Do you want me to read the story once more to you? Maybe Tom's watch showed the wrong time. Yes, I totally agree. That's correct. Tom's watch showed the wrong time. The wrong time. Very cool. So the question is, why did Tom's watch show the wrong time? Why did Tom's watch show the wrong time? Okay? Why did Tom's watch show the wrong time? Okay. Now you will listen again to this part, and you will try to understand why his watch showed the wrong time. Okay? Just listen. So Tom opened his eyes. He looked at his alarm clock. It was late. It was 9 o'clock. He cleaned his teeth. He brushed his hair. He picked up his books. He hurried out of the house. He cycled to the studio. The studio was empty. Tom looked up. The security guard smiled. "Did you turn back your clock last night?" he asked. "No, I didn't," Tom said. "Well, you are 1 hour early today. We turned back the clocks last night." So, why did Tom's watch show the wrong time? Why did Tom's watch show the wrong time? Why did Tom's watch show the wrong time? Okay. Security guard turned up Tom's watch. No, probably not. So you see, do you remember the time when in Russia we turned time 1 hour back and 1 hour forth? Do you remember this time? Do you remember the time in Russia when we turned back, when we turned the clocks back 1 hour and we turned the clocks forward 1 hour? Yes, okay. So, this is what happened to Tom. Everybody in his country turned the clock back 1 hour. But he forgot to do that, and so that was why he came to studio 1 hour early. Okay, very good. But still it's very good. Alright. So, next is sentence. Yeah. Can you think of a story why you were late and what happened to you and why were you late? Can you think of this story when you were late? Can you think of a story when you were late?
Personal free choice, personal responsibility, free will, freedom, liberty. Aren't these the words conservatives use? I'm a conservative when it comes to abortion. Get no government involvement, get them totally out of it. I'm a conservative when it comes to marriage. Get government out of the marriage business. I don't want more government telling gays or straight or anybody they sure should not get married. Get government out of the marriage business, get government out of it. I'm actually a conservative.
Can you think of a story when you were late? Alright, Zhenya, this will be your homework. Your homework, okay? Your homework will be to write a story. Your homework will be to write a story. A story about how you were late. About how you were late. Next time you will tell me the story about how you were late. So, Jenny, if you want to, you can have... Yeah, I know. So, next time, please, if you want to have private classes, you can write me, as always, you remember, to my email address, and we can have private classes. And as you remember, the price for my private classes is 300 rubles per hour. So, thank you so much for attending the class. Hope to see you next time. Our time is up. Okay? Yeah, I hope so. Bye bye.